Hey there, it's your loan officer, Eric Atilano here with Skyline Home Loans, and I've taken the time to create a real quick tutorial on CalHFA down payment assistance programs. So this is a really great program, and I think that people should know about it. Regardless if your buyers are eligible for it or not, you may get a buyer on a property you're selling that is using this as their program. So I want to share with you how it works, how strong it is, how valuable it is, and how it really helps buyers attain the properties of their dreams when they thought they never could buy it before. I'm trying to make this video pretty quick for you, so without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, as you can see here, we're on the actual web page of CalHFA. You're going to want to go here to calhfa.ca.gov, and you'll see that in this Lenders Realtors box, it has forms and income and sales limits. Now, in that income sales limits is a loan scenario calculator. This is key. If you have a client that's interested in buying for a property here in San Diego or anywhere in California, you want to make sure that they meet certain criteria. Number one, the loan amount can never be over $417. Number two, each county has an actual income limit, and we'll get back to that in a second. And you want to actually walk through this a little bit more knowingly so that you have really great tools to let them know what their monthly payments could be, and then you talk to your loan officer like myself to see if they qualify. Let's go into the loan scenario calculator. So in this loan scenario calculator, you'll see that it's going to ask you if it's first-time home buyer. Almost every single time you're going to want to hit yes. If they haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, they're immediately a home owner, a first-time homeowner. So the loan program we want for this test pilot is going to be the Cal Plus Conventional with ZIP. Now, what is that? That means you're getting a conventional loan, not FHA, good for a condo or single family, and they're getting 3% towards the down payment, as well as a ZIP loan, which is zero interest payment, of 3% towards the closing costs. So we'll use that. Now, the down payment part is called the My Home. All right. Both these loans will have zero monthly payments due to them. They're only reimbursed once the property is sold or refinanced within the first 30 years of the loan. Now, the county we're in is San Diego, so let's go ahead and make sure we have that chosen. And let's do a purchase price of $426,000. That's a good number for houses in our area, right? Now, the credit score minimum for this program is only 640. Now, that's great because you don't need excellent credit for down payment assistance. So if you have 640 or better, you can qualify. Let's go ahead and enter 660, which is a common average. The interest rate for this program is extremely low. As you can see here, you have to choose the find current interest rate box, and then it gives you your interest rate options. Cal Plus, with that 3% towards closing costs, is offering 4 1/8. If they wanted more towards closing costs, up to 4% of the loan amount, then they would get 4 1/4. But let's go to 4 1/8 and see how that works, okay? Now, so the next step is going to choose the property type. And again, this is good for single family properties or condos. But since we all know condo HOA costs are going to vary from complex to complex, let's just go with the single family and keep it simple at this time. Closing costs, you're going to have to enter here, but you need to enter an estimate and make sure the estimate is aggressive. I like to use the 3% rule. 3% of a purchase price of a property is a good estimate towards closing costs because it can either go lower sometimes or it could be at that amount, maybe a little higher. So let's go ahead and enter $426,000 on my computer. At 3% is $12,780. We're going to enter that here. Now, because you are putting down less than 20%, you're going to need mortgage insurance. So let's choose the monthly premium mortgage insurance. Your target LTV is 97% since you're only putting 3% down. And unless you're getting seller concessions and your client is actually coming in with an additional down payment, you would leave these blank. But if you have any money coming in from either one of those areas, you want to enter it here. Now, as you can see, I scrolled down and it shows the actual breakdown. Your loan amount at 97% loan to value is $413. The My Home, which is the down payment, is $12,780, and the ZIP, which is the down payment assistance program, the closing cost assistance part, is $12,396, leaving the actual amount from the client estimated at $384. So if you can see this, it's telling you could buy a house for $426,000 with as little as $384 out of pocket. Now, don't forget to actually inform your client. There still is earnest money deposit that's required, which is usually about 1% of the purchase price in our area, right? So you want to make sure you get that actual negotiation with them and they understand they're still going to have to come out of pocket a couple bucks, okay? It's not entirely free to buy a home, right? But even then, after that earnest money deposit, you're still getting an actually really good closing cost fee amount. So there are certain counties of California that do have income limits, and it's important that you understand where to find that. So let's go back to the beginning page here. So you're going to go back to the forms and income sales limits, and you're going to look at income and sales price, just like I clicked on. Let's look at the income limits for San Diego. Okay. Now, as you can see here, and I'll make it bigger here, San Diego County for one person in the home is $74,350 a year. So they cannot make more than that. Okay. Now, if these columns represent how many people are living in the household, that doesn't mean how many people are on the loan. So traditionally, you'll have like a married couple with maybe 2 children, right? That's a household of 4. And in San Diego County, a household of 4 can have a maximum income of $106,250. That's not bad, right? So you want to make sure that there's a credit rating that's met, 640, that they meet the income requirements, and then we go into the details of processing. Now, these household members will probably be, the husband and the wife on the tax returns with their children as dependents. You want to make sure that you document who's going to be in the property and to make sure that they have a history of living with the applicants of the loan, okay? But we can go into plenty other detail later. If any of this is interesting to you and you'd like to learn more, feel free to contact me. My information's at the bottom of the details of the video. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to talking to you soon.